What's up, everybody? It's Mott's Cage Radio. All right, we're going to take it out to some legends, literally legends MMA. We got a fighter making his professional debut on a show a lot of people have heard about. It's on HDNet. This gentleman will be fighting at Shark Fights. I'd like to welcome to the show Chris Brady and Chris Reilly, correct?
That's it.
All right. So you guys are in Santa. Where are you guys at? Los Angeles.
That's us. How you doing, Mott? It's good to see you, buddy.
Right on. Where are you guys at? Los Angeles.
We are. We're in Los Angeles, California. Yeah, we're in Hollywood, California. We're right at the 101 freeway and Santa Monica Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, Hollywood.
Okay. Now, how long have you had Legends? Because at first it was what, Bomb Squad? Is that?
Correct. Yeah. I was a professional Muay Thai fighter living in Thailand, and in 2001, I won a title there for the King of Thailand, and kind of took that victory home with me back to Los Angeles and opened a small Muay Thai school called the Bomb Squad. And at that time, I started training a lot of guys who were Jiu Jitsu experts. They were coming across to learn the striking aspect for MMA, which was becoming a real popular sport. One of my first guys who did real well, a guy named Gerald Strebent, came to me for his UFC debut and was a student of Eddie Bravo, who is the originator of 10th Planet Jiu Jitsu and a very well-known Jiu Jitsu coach. At that time, Eddie had a very big victory, kind of similar to the one I had in Thailand. He choked out Royler Gracie at Abu Dhabi, received his black belt, and decided he was going to open a school. And so he and I said, well, look, we're training a bunch of the same guys together anyway. Why don't you come over to the Bomb Squad and start your jiu-jitsu school there? And that was kind of the seed for, a full-service MMA facility. In 2006, we hooked up with Randy Couture and Boz Rutan, two very famous MMA fighters, and changed the name from Bomb Squad to Legends MMA, and also changed the location to a much bigger full-service center. As time went on, Randy and Boz moved on. Obviously, the sport's blown up, and those guys are busy doing things, not really in the gym all the time. So Eddie and I kind of continued on as the flagship coaches and members. We moved to an even larger facility. We're now in 20,000 square feet and 3 stories. Eddie's got his own floor. I have my own floor. We have a floor for the ring and the cage and the weights. And, we kind of went back to our roots at that time also, in that we had both worked with a lot of top 10 mixed martial artists. A lot of the UFC guys, I've spent a lot of time working with Quentin Rampage Jackson and Jason Mayhem Miller, Brandon Vera, Dan Hardy. But what both Eddie and I had figured out is that, a lot of those guys, although we had some success with those guys and they're all nice guys, they all have a lot of people in their ear. And we decided that we were kind of going to go back to our roots and start with these young kids who didn't have any prior experience. Okay. And we were going to try to bring them all the way from, the first beginner level, first fight, all the way to the top. And we're just kind of seeing that start to happen now. We've got a really strong group of 4 guys specifically who had no prior experience before coming to us and have had very successful amateur careers and are all now beginning to debut as professionals. Alan Juban has now had 3 professional fights. He also fights on Shark Fights. Eddie Jackson is the Tough Enough 170-pound amateur champion. He will be having his pro debut September 10th, also for Shark Fights. And, Chris, quite frankly, is really, he's my prodigy. I mean, he's the one who has been with me the longest of all those guys. He's been in the gym every day since the day he started. He's had an incredible Thai boxing career. He's had a very extensive MMA amateur career. And we're really excited to see him, hit the pros, and we think he's going to, hit with some real impact.
All right, fantastic. Let's take me through it, Chris. How did you get your start in MMA?
Well, I first started training with Chris about 5 or 6 years ago at the Bomb Squad, and I just broke it up with my girlfriend, and I walked in the gym and had a lot of time on my hands, and I decided that I wanted to learn Kung Fu.
Nice!
Yeah, so I walked in, I met Chris, and Chris was like, well, you know, we don't have kung fu or anything like that, but, you know, I teach Thai boxing. Maybe you want to try that. And
I told him my kung fu is better than your kung fu.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Solid. All right, so you want to be the kung fu master, but that didn't happen. He taught you something that works, like Muay Thai and whatnot. So you won't be hiding dragon or crouching tiger or whatever the hell's going on. But all right, take me through the Muay Thai, because I'm very interested in it. Like you said, you fought in Thailand. I think they fight almost every day. I love the music in the background. I just watched some of that the other day. I know there's some championships coming up. A lot of people say that the Muay Thai, like the techniques are kind of telegraphed, especially the kicks, because you're turning the hip and whatnot, you know, to get the force to absolutely wreck people. But take me through it, my man. You've been training the Muay Thai. Do you have a wrestling background or anything like that?
No, I never wrestled in high school. I've just really been, you know, concentrated on the Muay Thai with Chris for the last 5-6 years.
Okay.
But recently, the last 3.5 years, I've been training with Eddie Bravo. I'm a blue belt under Eddie, so I'm more of like a striker grappler myself.
Okay.
I train, you know, the wrestling. You got to know how to wrestle. But you know, my strength, where I'm trying to in the fight, you know, is grappling and standing on my feet, let my hands and feet and elbows go.
All right, so it's shark fights. Who we fighting?
I believe we're fighting Chuck Fortesy out of Boise, Idaho.
Okay, and what do you know about your opponent?
I know that he's, you know, he seems to be a well-rounded fighter. He's got a couple submission armbar wins. And, you know, I think the other wins are all decisions. But I hear that he, you know, he can wrestle a little bit, he can grapple, and he can strike. But, you know, we'll see what happens on the 19th.
So can Chris.
Yeah, exactly. Now, obviously, you can stand. I mean, you've got the Muay Thai skills and whatnot. And from what I can gather with the blue belt, you're pretty comfortable on the ground as well. In a perfect scenario, how do you want to finish a guy? Do you want to finish a guy standing up? Like, what's your go-to? What's your go-to? Is it the stand-up?
My go-to is always going to be the stand-up. You know, that's what people pay to see. People want to see blood. People want to see knockouts. But, you know, if the guy takes me down and he puts his hand on the mat, you know, I'm going to start working my submission game and you know, come out with a submission at the end, get my hand raised.
Okay, fantastic. Now, you're fighting on TV and whatnot. Any pressure?
No. You know, I've had a lot of big fights on the amateur circuit, fought for titles. In, you know, one of the biggest shows, Tough Enough, amateur MMA up in Vegas. You know, I've been around the camera. I've been around a lot of people. You know, I'm just excited. I get to elbow and meet people in the face, to tell you the truth. You know, that's what I'm really excited about, to get up there and let these weapons go.
Okay, fantastic. Now, take me through your daily deal. I mean, you're working. Do you have a day job, or you work at the gym? Like, how does this go down?
Yeah, I work right here. I work for Chris at the gym.
Okay.
I teach Thai boxing.
So that makes it easy to pull a paycheck and pull some training. You're fully focused.
Yes, sir.
Is it 7 days a week? Do you take any days off, or?
I take like my Sunday off, definitely. I do at least something Monday through Saturday, at least sometimes twice, you know.
All right, so on a day off, what the hell is it that you do? You know, what do you do? Go out and play golf? You look like a golfer.
You know, some tennis, some walking.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I got a picture of him and 3 of my other youngsters who train here, all dog-piled on top of each other in front of a sleeping bum at the beach out in Santa Monica.
Solid.
They called it bum snuggling. So that's the new
Okay.
the new event for fighters at Legends MMA.
Okay, so bum snuggling replaces planking. Planking is dead. We have breaking news right here. Planking is so 4 months ago. It's all about bum smuggling or snuggling. Yeah, we don't want to bum smuggle.
You can follow us on Twitter to keep up with all this stuff here in Hollywood. This is at Boulevard right here, and at Legends MMA, and at Reilly Muay Thai.
All right, that's fantastic. Well, we're definitely looking forward to your debut and whatnot. Anything you got to say to your opponent?
Keep your hands up, man. I'm coming for you.
All right, so you're looking for the knockout. You don't want to choke him out. I mean, you want the win, bottom line, but is that the most satisfying when you KO a guy?
course.
Okay.
Definitely.
That's how it's going down. Well, I appreciate you guys taking time with me here on Cage Radio. Anybody you guys want to shout out before I let you go?
Legends MMA, Eddie Bravo, 10th Planet Jiu Jitsu, Robert Rodriguez, our wrestling coach.
Connor Yoon, my homie, and Icy Places, who sponsored me for this fight, and On the Mat.
All right, fantastic. Looking for big things from you guys. It was a pleasure having you on the show. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks again, guys.
Thanks much. We look forward to seeing you again, too. Take care, brother.
All right, brother. Thanks again. Later.
All right.